This team, bro. This Milan team is going to drive me crazy this year, man. I had to bring out the crown jewel of Milan kits, 92 Milan kit from the 90s, by the way, for a special day like this. Legendary kit, legendary performance tonight in the Champions League. Milan 3, Real Madrid 1 in Madrid. Okay? In Madrid. Um, this has to be the turning point in the year. It just has to be. What a game it was for us Milan fans. I don't want to start off on a pessimistic note, but I want to keep myself down to earth and grounded. Real Madrid, as of right now, are not in a great moment. Right? They're just not. This Mbappe to Real Madrid thing just doesn't seem to be clicking the way that we thought it would. It's still early on. He also has 8 goals, so I mean, it's not like he's flopping, but it's not fitting just right quite yet. Do I care that they're in a bad moment? No. Give me Real Madrid in a bad moment anytime because I want to beat them, right? A lot of the chances that they had came down to individual brilliance, right? Vinny beating Calabria near the end there and some misses by Eder Militao. Like, even though they didn't play well, Madrid definitely still had chances to win. There was even that save at the end of the game by Mike Maignan on Brahim Diaz too. But regardless, I do think that this was probably the best performance of the season alongside the Inter game as well. And some standouts for me. I mean, first and foremost, because we are harsh on the man and, maybe too harsh at some points. And we said this before, but Rafa Leao tonight, absolutely fantastic. And this is what we want to see from Rafa Leao because we've seen the MVP levels that he's hit before, and we expect him to do great things for us. Obviously, we can't expect that every game, but we haven't seen it enough this year. But today, he was fantastic. He looked dangerous every single time he was going forward, and that's exactly what you want because he's not going to defend very much. He's not going to track back very much, but, with Rafa at his best, you take the good with the bad because if he's not going to defend, at least he'll give you something going forward. He hasn't been doing that as much this year, but again, I don't want to harp on the past year. Today, excellent. I think it was 2 assists, right? It was the shot deflected off of the Morata goal, and then it was the assist to Reinders for the 3rd goal as well. Rafa Leao, fantastic. Morata today, just a classic Morata game where he gives you everything that you need in the right moment without having to even think about it. Morata is such I feel like a punching bag for more casual fans of the sport because maybe he's just this crown jewel of Real Madrid that never kind of lived up to the hype of their past stars like Raul and these kind of players, right? But Morata is such a clever player, right? It's, the goal he scored was such a striker's goal. The deflection off Rafa Leao. He reads it perfectly, scores a tap-in goal, fantastic. In moments of the game where Real Madrid were getting a little bit of momentum there, and we had to kill some time. He goes down with injuries and just kills the momentum of the play. Just little things like that he does. What I love about Morata so much is that he just does whatever it takes to win, right? He has zero ego, absolutely no ego. He's fine not scoring, even though he wanted to score, obviously. He's fine just doing whatever you need him to do. Just such a clever player. Tijani Reinders again today. This man, I've said this before in many videos as well, this man is a revelation for Milan in that midfield. And, we talked in the past a lot about the management and how we are critical of them and decisions that they made and how the team has been running and the players that we're getting. Listen, I hear all the criticism about the management. I'm not here to say that they are perfect in any way. I think I've been maybe a bit more patient with the management than other Milan fans out there. My thing is, if you're going to go at them for things that you think they do wrong, then how about things they do right? Because this Reinders signing, 20 million plus bonuses. I mean, what a deal this is turning out to be for us. I think Reinders right now is one of the best midfielders in the world. Again tonight, shows what he can do. He does everything well. Even the goal he scored today, there was tons to do there. Don't get me wrong. Rafa put the ball into him, but the way he got the ball when he received it, he was kind of back to goal, had to get his feet settled quickly. The finish was clean as well. He is just fantastic. And then also today in the midfield, Musah. I put a tweet out before when I saw the lineup last night. I saw Musah was predicted to start, and I go, you know what? I'm actually interested because I thought Musah looked pretty positive during the Napoli game. And tonight, he honestly impressed me so much. What a shift he put in tonight. He was everywhere, absolutely everywhere, going forward, making key passes, helping to cover Emerson Royale against Vinicius Jr., He has started, I believe, 3 games all year, and you would never be able to tell because tonight he was on it. He was sharp, and credit to him for being ready when Fonseca calls, right? So happy for the guy. I really am. What a game for Musah tonight. Of course, credit is also due to Fonseca because he put the team together tonight. And yes, we've been critical of him. We've been up and down this year, especially in the Serie A, even the Champions League too, I guess. We're only 2-2 in the Champions League, so we've been up and down there as well. But for all the criticism that Fonseca does get, and I'm not going to sit here and say that I'm fully confident in Fonseca yet, but a win against Inter, a dominant win against Real Madrid, he deserves credit tonight. He really does because he made the changes, right? He put Musah in and saw that Musah could help out with Vinicius Jr. and defending, helping out with Emerson Royal to defend Vinicius Jr., I should say. I like Thiaw today. Played fantastic. He puts him in for a game. Thiaw scores his first goal for the club as well. What a night for him. Fonseca made those big calls, and they paid off, so he deserves credit tonight. Absolutely. He needs to also translate that to the league. And I think what we saw tonight was if teams want to play us, teams like Real Madrid, teams like Inter, if you want to play with us, we have ballers. We do. We have players that can hurt you. We have Rafa and Theo Hernandez on the left side. When they have space, Lucas Vazquez tonight, the poor guy, was just getting absolutely bullied tonight by our left side. And, to my point, when we get that kind of time on the ball, that kind of space like Real Madrid will give you, then we can make things happen. But the thing is, that's not how the Serie A is, right? So that's kind of the challenge for Fonseca is how do you get this team to be as effective when you play the mid to lower level teams in the Serie A who sit back, who don't give you much space? How do you break those teams down, right? Because when Leao has space, when Thiaw has space, and Reinders and Pulisic, we can do damage for sure. We can, but we have to make that happen against teams, in the lower half of the Serie A table. So, I did say during the Napoli game that it seemed like things were starting to click for us, but again, against Monza, it didn't. So how do we find that consistency, right? How does he get the best out of players for certain games? Because we're not going to play games like this every time in the Champions League, right? He said it himself in the interview after the game that, games like this are not like the Serie A. It's just different. But I have faith. This could be it. But listen, overall, I'm not going to finish here pessimistic because tonight was absolutely incredible for us Milan fans. Enjoy it. Let me know your thoughts down below. Like always, if you want to follow me on my social media accounts, there's also links down below. Thank you as well to the boys from that Milan podcast as well. Martino and Matt over there they have a fantastic show, and they have me on a good game today. So thank you very much to them. It was a pleasure. I will link the channel down below as well. Thank you all very much for watching, and I will see you all in the next one.